Well support, building your competence step by step. Deep sea monsters. These days, technologies exist that can drill beneath the ocean floor at a depth of more than 3,000 meters of water. In the beginning of oil exploration, there were only land rigs that developed from land and onto the seas. Land rig. A drilling rig is a massive structure housing equipment used to drill oil wells or natural gas extraction wells. Small to medium-sized drilling rigs are mobile. Larger rigs are capable of drilling through thousands of meters of the Earth's crust using large mud pumps to circulate drilling mud, slurry through the drill bit and up the casing annulus. For cooling and removing the cuttings while a well is drilled, hoists in the rig can lift hundreds of tons of pipe. The land rigs of today can do the same as offshore rig. The function of the rigs are to process oil and gas and transport the product to shore either by ship or by pipeline to a refinery. We divide production platform into the following. Fixed platform. Steel jacket. These platforms are constructed on steel legs directly onto the seabed, supporting a deck with space for drilling rigs, production facilities, and crew quarters. Fixed platforms with steel jacket are economically feasible for installation in water depths up to about 170 meters. CONDEEP. Concrete deep water structure. Gravity-based structure oil platforms. A CONDEEP usually consists of a base of concrete oil storage tanks from which 1, 3, or 4 concrete shafts rise. The CONDEEP base always rests on the seafloor, and the shafts rise to about 30 meters above the sea level. The platform deck itself is not part of the construction. The CONDEEP is used for a series of production platforms introduced for crude oil and natural gas production in the North Sea and Norwegian continental shelf. When the depths are deepening, there is a lot of platform solution. All of them are then floating, with either a drilling rig on board or attached to subsea wells. Tension leg. A tension leg platform, or extended tension leg platform, is a vertically moored floating structure normally used for the offshore production of oil or gas, and is particularly suited for water depths greater than 300 meters and less than 1,500 meters. The platform is permanently moored by means of tethers or tendons grouped at each of the structure's corners. A group of tethers is called a tension leg. A feature of the design of the tethers is that they have relatively high axial stiffness, low elasticity such that virtually all vertical motion of the platform is eliminated. This allows the platform to have the production wellheads on deck, connected directly to the subsea wells by rigid risers, instead of on the seafloor. This allows a simpler well completion and gives better control over the production from the oil or gas reservoir and easier access for downhole intervention operations. Tension leg platforms have been in use since the early 1980s. Larger tension leg platforms will normally have a full drilling rig on the platform with which to drill and intervene on the wells. The smaller tension leg platforms may have a workover rig, or in a few cases, no production wellheads located on the platform at all. The deepest tension leg platforms measured from the sea floor to the surface are 1,425 meters Magnolia Extended Tension Leg Platform. Its total height is some 1,500 meters. Floating production, storage, and offloading. A floating production, storage, and offloading unit is a floating vessel used by the offshore oil and gas industry for the production and processing of hydrocarbons and for the storage of oil. An FPSO vessel is designed to receive hydrocarbons produced by itself or from nearby platforms or subsea template, process them, and store them until it can be offloaded onto a tanker or, less frequently, transported through a pipeline. SPAR platform. A SPAR is a type of floating oil platform, typically used in very deep waters, and is named for logs used as buoys in shipping that are moored in place vertically. SPAR production platforms have been developed as an alternative to conventional platforms. The industry is looking against more and more complex field development, and the types of platform for different field are getting specialized because of the environment field is resided in. For example, the Arctic, Gulf of Mexico, and other harsh environment. Well support, consultancy and training for the petroleum industry.